Greetings. Hello to my soul tribe family, to the collective divine feminines and divine masculines that are on the twin flame journey. I just want to go ahead and send a little message out there. I've noticed that when it comes down to this twin flame journey, a lot of the readers, like, when you key into some of the messages with the readers, it's weird because a lot of different times the readers is telling exactly what's going on in my situation. I don't know about you guys, but in my situation, it's telling a lot of the stuff that's going on in my situation. However, it's like I've already experienced that. Like you late. So if that's the case, if you guys have experienced that, I just have to go ahead, and if you haven't, depending on which wavelength that you're on, I just want to go ahead and send out like a quick little message, because I feel like this is the best time to let you guys know what is to be expected ahead of time, right? Because a lot of times, to have a heads up is always good, and it is pretty much something that we need sometimes to just kind of be aware of what's to come, right? All right, cool. So, I don't know about you guys, but right now, this whole twin flame journey is not for the weak-hearted. It is not. When I say the spiritual awakening is one thing, you're literally dealing with your shadow self. That's number one. You're going through all the karma, whether it's good or bad. Oh, excuse me. That's number two. And three, the fact that you're constantly being faced with different tasks and repeating cycles to see if you actually learn the lessons from beforehand. Like, you'll see people popping up to see if you've learned from the previous cycles that you've already escaped from, like you leveled up from, right? Okay. So, with that being said, that's one, spiritual journey. Two, with the divine masculines, right now, divine feminines, the divine masculines are not ready. As much as we would love for them to be ready so that we can be in physical union, this is not the time right now. Right now, this is the time that we focus on getting that money, making sure we go ahead and level up in our lives, making sure also that we heal from past trauma that we are still dealing with. Mind you, healing is not an overnight process. Now, mind you, there are levels to it, but it's not an overnight process. So continue to love on yourself even more. Send your DMs love, but you don't necessarily have to be physically in their face to send them love. Sometimes the best love that is good for them is tough love, and that means to stay away. I hate to say it like that, but sometimes that's what the best thing that you can possibly do is to stay away from your DMs, to go ahead and give them that space that they need so that they can go ahead and get whatever they need to get out of their system, and the realization for it to hit them. Like, just like you had to keep bumping your head against the wall several times, sometimes that's what has to happen. Now, granted, the universe, God, source, whomever you believe in, Allah, whomever, they always have a plan for us. So mind you, if you're on your shit, right? And I'm saying it like that. If you're on your shit, then it will be even easier for them to go ahead and bless you with what you need to have in your life, whether that be your soulmate, or whether that be your divine masculine, if they have their stuff together. Now, mind you, as feminines and masculines, we both embody both masculine and feminine energy. It just depends on which one that you hold more in regards of. I'm a divine feminine because I'm more feminine than anything, because it is what it is. But when it comes down to it, the divine masculines are not ready right now. They're still working on their trauma. Like right now, they're just now acknowledging that they actually have trauma. I don't know about you guys, but mine is just now acknowledging that he has trauma. But still, it's almost like the levels to it. Like they said in the 12-step program, I think it is, or addiction. Yeah, I think that's it. You have to acknowledge the problem, or acknowledge that a problem is there. 2, what can you do to solve the problem? 3, you have to go ahead and start putting down, executing, to get the problem solved. And then, of course, working through all the rest of those steps. But the thing about it is, when it comes down to it, we'll be no good for the divine masculines will be no good for us right now, because it's still going to be a repeating cycle. And if that's not where you're trying to go in life, I'm telling you now, jump ship. You can still love your divine masculines unconditionally from over yonder. Yes, I said over yonder, but you can still love them from over there. You don't have to be right in their presence to still continue to show them love. You can send that love telepathically. And the other thing is too, like I said, it's a lot of emotional trauma that the divine masculines are still working through. And the fact that you do not want to get caught up in that same cycle that you've been going through over and over and over and over and over and over again. So, like I'm telling you now, the only reason, and the reason really, really, really why I decided to go ahead and jump on, because I was already feeling some type of way earlier, and that's a whole nother subject, believe me. Another time, another day. I was already feeling some type of way, and then the song from Janae Aiko came on, and it was Waiting, which I'm gonna link the song down in the description below. And it's crazy because I feel that her and Big Sean are twin flames. This is just how I feel. I think that both of them are divine feminine and masculine. And I want to say that just listening to that song, it has me sitting here thinking, number one, feminines, we are not supposed to be waiting on our masculine. No. You better live your life, do what you feel like, live your life to the best. Let it be full. When your divine masculine is ready, they'll catch up. Until then, don't sit here and wait for them to get their shit together, because it's not it's only prolonging what can happen. Literally allow them to go ahead and do what they need to do while they're over there and you're right here. Work on you, work on loving yourself, work on enjoying your life. Enjoying making your money, enjoying, all the finer things in life. If you want to go take that trip. Don't sit here and think that you got to wait on your divine masculine to come on. If he's ready, or she or he, whomever, When they're ready, they'll come. You can't force anybody to change and do something. Like, as much as we want to be Bob the Builders, abort mission. Abort mission, okay? The other thing I want to say is the fact that just continue to show yourself love.